Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these top 10 rare Abraham Lincoln pennies that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into a classic American treasure, the United States 1-cent coin from 1976. This humble penny might seem ordinary, but if you take a closer look, it could be worth a lot more than just a single cent. Stick around until the end, because we'll reveal just how valuable this 1976 penny could be today. Let's travel back to 1976, a significant year in American history. The United States was celebrating its bicentennial, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The country was filled with patriotism, and Americans everywhere were commemorating the occasion. During this time, the U.S. Mint was busy producing coins to meet the demand for currency and also to satisfy collectors who were interested in bicentennial memorabilia. Although the 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, didn't receive a special bicentennial design like some other coins did, it remains a fascinating piece of history. This 1976 Lincoln penny carries a lot of significance because it's tied to a milestone in American history. Today, it's not just a piece of currency, it's a reminder of the country's bicentennial spirit, making it a desirable collectible for both history enthusiasts and coin collectors alike. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1976 1-cent coin. On the obverse, or front side, we see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's profile has been a staple on the U.S. penny since 1909, commemorating the beloved 16th president and symbolizing strength, freedom, and resilience. On the reverse side of the coin, we find the image of the Lincoln Memorial, added in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial design not only celebrates Lincoln's legacy but also reminds us of the principles of equality and unity he stood for. If you look closely, you'll even see a tiny depiction of Lincoln's statue inside the memorial, a remarkable detail that shows the level of craftsmanship and care put into this small coin. The 1976 Lincoln penny is simple yet rich with symbolism, making it a timeless piece of Americana. It captures the essence of American values and history, and that's one reason why these coins are cherished by collectors. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1976 1-cent coin so valuable and desirable for collectors. While millions of these coins were produced, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is quite rare. Most of the 1976 pennies you'll find have been heavily circulated, meaning they've passed through countless hands and have accumulated wear and tear over the years, but collectors know that condition is key when it comes to coin value. A penny from 1976 that's been carefully stored, with no scratches, dents, or discoloration, can be worth a surprising amount. The quality and preservation of the coin make a huge difference, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for a near-perfect example. In addition to the condition, certain 1976 pennies may have unique characteristics that increase their value. For example, some coins might show minor errors or variations that occurred during the minting process, such as doubling, die cracks, or planchet flaws. These minting errors make a coin one of a kind, which adds to its appeal among collectors. If you happen to have a 1976 penny with one of these rare errors, it could be worth significantly more than a standard coin. Speaking of unique features, let's talk about the exciting world of error coins. Error coins are fascinating because they are unintended variations that make them stand out from the millions of others produced. For the 1976 1-cent coin, there are known errors such as doubling, where some letters or numbers appear slightly doubled due to a misaligned die, or even unusual coloring, like pennies that have an off-metal tint. Collectors go wild for error coins because they are rare and unpredictable, which makes them highly collectible. If you have a 1976 penny with any unusual marks or inconsistencies, you might be looking at a valuable error coin. These variations are what make collecting coins so thrilling, as you never know when you might find a hidden gem in your pocket change. Alright, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. How much could this humble 1976 Lincoln penny really be worth? If you have a 1976 penny in uncirculated condition or one with a unique error, its value can be astonishing. That's right, your 1976 1-cent coin could be worth up to $58,000. Just imagine finding a small fortune in your collection or even in your pocket change. This amazing value is a reminder of how even the most common coins can hold hidden treasures. So, if you've got a stash of old coins or come across a 1976 penny, take a closer look. You might just have a piece of American history, and a valuable treasure, in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries. Thanks for watching. Top 2, we're diving into a surprising find, the 1990 United States 1-cent coin. Now, you might think of the penny as small change, but this particular coin could be worth far more than you imagine. Stick around until the end, because we'll reveal just how much this 1990 penny could be worth today, and trust me, it's a jaw-dropping amount. Let's start by setting the stage for 1990. The early 90s were a time of major change in the United States, from advancements in technology to shifts in the economy. The penny, featuring the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, continued to be a key part of American currency. While it's common to overlook these coins, the 1990 Lincoln penny has a unique story and, in some cases, an impressive value. The 1990 Lincoln penny might look like just another coin at first glance, but coins from this year hold some intriguing features that make them appealing to collectors. Because millions of pennies were minted in 1990, finding a rare one with special characteristics can feel like discovering buried treasure. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1990 penny. On the obverse, or front, you'll see the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been in use since 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Lincoln's image represents resilience, freedom, and unity, making it a symbol of American values. On the reverse, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, which was added in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The design is simple yet meaningful. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny depiction of Lincoln's statue inside the memorial, an impressive detail that shows the craftsmanship that went into this small coin. Together, these elements make the penny more than just currency. It's a tribute to Lincoln and his legacy, a reminder of American history and values. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1991 cent coin stand out to collectors. While millions of these coins were made, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is not as easy as you might think. Most pennies from this era have been circulated, showing signs of wear from years of use. But a coin from 1990 in perfect condition, with no scratches or discoloration, is a rare find. Condition plays a huge role in a coin's value, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for a well-preserved example. Beyond condition, some 1990 pennies have unique characteristics or even minting errors that make them even more desirable. Certain coins from this year may have slight imperfections or variations, such as doubling, die cracks, or planchet flaws, errors that happened during the minting process. These rare features can make a 1990 penny stand out and add to its value. Collectors love finding error coins because they're like hidden treasures that add excitement to any collection. Let's dive a bit deeper into these error coins. For the 1990 penny, known errors include issues like doubling, where letters or numbers appear slightly doubled due to a misaligned die, or even rare color variations caused by metal inconsistencies. One of the most sought-after errors for the 1990 penny is a missing mint mark. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while coins from Denver have a small D. However, there are rare cases where coins from the San Francisco Mint, which should have an S mint mark, have it missing. These kinds of errors make coins unique, increasing their value and appeal. If you happen to come across a 1990 penny with any unusual features, you might have a one-of-a-kind piece in your hands. Collectors and error coin enthusiasts go wild for these rare finds, and they're often willing to pay top dollar for coins that have distinctive errors. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, just how valuable can a 1990 penny really be? If you happen to have a 1991 coin in uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare mint error, it could be worth a lot more than you might expect. That's right, your 1991 coin could be worth up to $41,000. Imagine that, $41,000 for a single penny. It's amazing to think that something so small and common could be hiding such a huge value. So, if you've got an old collection of coins or happen to find a 1990 penny in your pocket change, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of American history, and a small fortune. Top 3, we're uncovering the fascinating story behind the 1984 United States 1-cent coin. It may seem like an ordinary penny, but this small coin could hold an incredible value. Stick around, because we'll reveal just how much a 1984 penny might be worth today, and trust me, you'll be surprised by the answer. Let's set the stage with a little bit of history. The year 1984 was a memorable time in the U.S. Ronald Reagan was in his second term as president, pop culture was booming, and technological innovations were reshaping daily life. During this period, the U.S. Mint continued producing the Lincoln penny, a staple in American currency. But what makes the 1984 penny so interesting isn't its wide circulation, it's the hidden features that set some of these coins apart and make them valuable. The 1984 penny has become a favorite for collectors, not just because of its history but because of the rare minting errors that can turn an everyday coin into a small fortune. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1984 penny. On the obverse, or front side, we have the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. Lincoln's image, symbolizing resilience and freedom, has remained on the penny for over a century. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, which was added in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. If you look carefully, you can even spot Lincoln's statue inside the memorial, a remarkable detail on such a small coin. This classic design celebrates American values, but what makes some 1984 pennies truly special are the rare variations and minting errors that set them apart from the rest. So, why is the 1984 penny so desirable among collectors? While millions were produced, finding a 1984 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition is quite rare. Over time, most pennies accumulate wear and tear, reducing their value. But a well-preserved 1984 penny with no scratches or discoloration can fetch a higher price. What really excites collectors, though, are the unique errors that appeared on some 1984 pennies. One of the most famous is known as the double die error. In some 1984 pennies, you can see doubling on the obverse, especially in the words "Liberty" or the date itself. This doubling effect occurs when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned, creating a slight, repeated image that makes the coin one of a kind. The double die error is one of the most sought-after variations for the 1984 penny. If you look closely at one of these coins, you'll notice that certain parts of the text appear slightly doubled or shadowed, especially around "Liberty" and the date, 1984. These rare features aren't visible on every 1984 penny, which makes finding one an exciting and valuable discovery for any collector. Error coins are especially popular because they're unique pieces of history. Each one has its own quirks, adding mystery and rarity that make them highly prized by collectors. If you find a 1984 penny with doubling, you might just have a valuable piece in your possession. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for: just how valuable can a 1984 penny be? If you have a 1984 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with the double die error, it could be worth an astonishing amount. That's right, your 1984 penny could be worth up to $44,000. Imagine that, a single penny worth $44,000. It's incredible to think that something so small could hold such immense value. So, if you come across a 1984 penny, be sure to take a closer look. You might be holding a small fortune. Top 4, we're talking about a coin that might look like everyday change, the 1981 United States 1-cent coin. But don't be fooled by its small size. This seemingly ordinary penny could be worth far more than its face value. Stick with us until the end to find out just how much it could be worth today. You might be surprised by the number. The year 1981 was a unique time in the United States. It marked the start of Ronald Reagan's presidency, bringing shifts in both the economy and American culture. The 1-cent coin featuring Abraham Lincoln was still widely circulated and in production, with millions minted that year. But what makes some 1981 pennies stand out isn't their quantity, it's the rare features and potential errors that make them highly valuable. While many people might overlook a penny, collectors know that even small details can transform a common coin into a highly sought-after treasure. And for certain 1981 pennies, these unique qualities add major value. The 1981 penny showcases the classic design that collectors know well. On the obverse, or front, is the well-known profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design by Victor David Brenner dating back to 1909. Lincoln's image represents strength, freedom, and unity, making it an enduring symbol of American values. The reverse side displays the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic structure that honors one of the most respected presidents in U.S. history. With a closer look, you can see Lincoln's statue within the memorial, a small but significant detail that adds depth to this coin's design. This timeless design reflects the spirit of America, but certain 1981 pennies carry additional features that make them exceptional and highly valuable. So, what makes the 1981 penny stand out in a collector's eyes? While millions of these pennies were minted, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is rare. Most pennies from this era show signs of wear, such as scratches and discoloration, which reduce their value. But an uncirculated 1981 penny is considered a gem, and collectors are willing to pay more for a coin in such excellent condition. Beyond condition, certain 1981 pennies have unique minting errors that make them even more valuable. These include double die errors, which can occur when the die strikes the coin multiple times, resulting in a slightly doubled image. This effect is especially noticeable in the lettering or date, and it adds a level of rarity that makes these coins highly desirable. The double die error is one of the most exciting features you can find on a 1981 penny. If you examine the coin closely, you might notice slight doubling in areas like Liberty or the date, 1981. This error happened during the minting process, when a misaligned die created a second impression. Coins with this feature are rare, which increases their value and appeal to collectors. Error coins are highly prized because each one is unique. They capture a moment of imperfection that adds mystery to the coin, making it more than just currency. If you happen to find a 1981 penny with doubling, you might be holding a valuable piece of history. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for: just how valuable can a 1981 penny be? If you have a 1981 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition, or one with a rare double die error, it could be worth an astounding amount. That's right, your 1981 penny could be worth up to $45,000. Imagine that, a single penny worth $45,000. It's amazing to think that something so small could hold such incredible value. So, if you have a collection of old coins or come across a 1981 penny, take a close look. You might be holding a small fortune. Top 5. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1967 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, this might look like an ordinary penny, but there's much more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick with us, because by the end, you'll discover just how much this 1967 penny might be worth today, and trust me, the amount will surprise you. Let's set the stage with a bit of history. The year 1967 was an eventful one in America. The country was immersed in the space race, and culturally, there was an air of transformation with social movements and technological innovation. During this time, the U.S. Mint was working overtime to meet demand, so they took some unique measures to ensure a steady supply of coins. Because of this, no mint marks were placed on coins that year, making the 1967 penny an interesting piece of minting history. But while millions were produced, certain 1967 pennies stand out due to unique features and high-quality preservation, which make them highly desirable for collectors. The design of the 1967 penny is classic and iconic. On the obverse, or front, is the well-known profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to mark Lincoln's 100th birthday. Lincoln's enduring image symbolizes American values like strength and freedom. On the reverse side, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 in honor of Lincoln's legacy. This detailed design even includes Lincoln's statue inside the memorial, a small but significant tribute to one of America's most respected leaders. This timeless design has become a staple of American coinage, but certain 1967 pennies carry unique features that make them extremely valuable. So, why is the 1967 penny so appealing to collectors? While millions were minted, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is challenging. Over the years, most of these pennies show signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. A well-preserved 1967 penny, however, is a rarity and can be worth significantly more than its face value. Beyond condition, certain 1967 pennies may have unique errors. One of the most famous is the double die error, which can be found on a small number of coins. This doubling error happens when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned, resulting in a subtle doubled effect on parts of the design or text. The double die error is particularly exciting for collectors. If you look closely at the lettering on a 1967 penny, you might see subtle doubling on the words Liberty or the date 1967. This unique error makes these pennies rare finds, turning a seemingly ordinary coin into something truly special and valuable. Error coins like these are fascinating because each one is unique. They add a layer of mystery to the coin and capture a rare moment of imperfection from the minting process. If you find a 1967 penny with the double die error, you might be holding a treasure in your hands. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for: just how valuable can a 1967 penny be? If you have a 1967 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition, or one with the rare double die error, it could be worth a truly impressive amount. That's right, your 1967 penny could be worth up to $60,000. Imagine that, a single penny worth $60,000. It's amazing to think that something so small could hold such incredible value. So, if you have a stash of old pennies or come across a 1967 penny, take a close look. You might be holding a small fortune. Top 6, we're exploring a fascinating piece of history, the 1975 United States 1-cent coin. You might think it's just a common penny, but don't let its humble appearance fool you. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover just how much a 1975 penny could be worth in today's market. And trust me, the number will blow your mind. Let's take a step back in time to 1975. It was a period of change in America, with the nation gearing up to celebrate its bicentennial in the following year. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was producing the iconic Lincoln penny in huge numbers, ensuring it was widely circulated across the country. While many 1975 pennies are still around, a few rare versions have unique qualities that make them highly valuable to collectors. What makes the 1975 penny so exciting isn't just its history but the potential for unique features or minting errors that set certain pennies apart. Let's take a closer look. The design of the 1975 penny is one we all know and love. On the obverse, or front side, we see the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, created by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. Lincoln's image, symbolic of freedom and resilience, has graced the penny for more than a century and continues to be a powerful American icon. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was added in 1959 in celebration of Lincoln's legacy. The intricate design even includes Lincoln's statue inside the memorial, a tribute to his enduring impact on the country. But beyond this classic design, certain 1975 pennies have rare features or pristine conditions that elevate them from a common penny to a valuable collector's item. So, what makes the 1975 penny so appealing to collectors? While millions of these pennies were minted, finding one in perfect, uncirculated condition is difficult. Many 1975 pennies have wear, scratches, or discoloration from years of use, which lowers their value. But a well-preserved 1975 penny, free of marks and in original mint condition, is considered a rare find. the most exciting feature that collectors look for in 1975 pennies is the elusive doubled die error. This error can occur when the die that strikes the coin is slightly misaligned, resulting in a doubled image, especially on areas like the date or lettering. The double die error is one of the rarest and most valuable features a 1975 penny can have. If you look closely, you might notice subtle doubling on the word Liberty or the date 1975. This small imperfection happened during the minting process, turning a regular penny into a unique piece of history. Error coins like these capture a special moment from the mint, making each one truly one-of-a-kind. Collectors are drawn to these error coins because they're unique and add an extra layer of history and value to the penny. If you happen to find a 1975 penny with this rare doubled die feature, you could be holding a treasure in your hand. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for: just how valuable can a 1975 penny be? If you have a 1975 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with the double die error, it could be worth a truly impressive amount. That's right, your 1975 penny could be worth up to $58,000. Just imagine, a single penny worth $58,000. It's incredible to think that something so small could hold such immense value. So, if you come across a 1975 penny, don't overlook it. Take a closer look, you could be holding a piece worth thousands. Top 7. We're taking a closer look at a coin that's much more than pocket change, the 1970 United States 1-cent coin. You might think it's just an ordinary penny, but this little coin could be worth a fortune. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll find out just how much a 1970 penny can be worth today, and I promise the amount will surprise you. Let's rewind to the year 1970, a time of cultural shifts, innovation, and a thriving economy in the United States. The 1-cent coin was as common as ever, with millions produced that year by the U.S. Mint. While many 1970 pennies are still circulating today, a select few stand out for their unique features, rarity, and pristine condition, making them highly desirable for collectors around the world. What makes the 1970 penny particularly interesting is its potential for special variations and minting errors that can transform it from a humble penny to a valuable collector's item. So, let's dive into what makes this coin special. The 1970 penny features the classic design we know well. On the obverse, or front, is the famous profile of Abraham Lincoln, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner in 1909. This iconic image of Lincoln represents strength, unity, and resilience, values that are at the heart of American identity. On the reverse, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's legacy. If you look closely, you can even spot Lincoln's statue within the memorial, adding depth and meaning to the coin's design. But there's more to the 1970 penny than just its iconic look. Its real intrigue lies in its unique features and collector appeal. So, why do collectors value the 1970 penny so highly? While millions were minted, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is rare. Over time, most pennies from 1970 show wear, scratches, or discoloration, which can diminish their value. But a 1970 penny that has been carefully preserved, without damage or marks, is a true find for collectors. One of the most exciting features that makes certain 1970 pennies valuable is the small date variety. This variety occurs when the date on the coin appears slightly smaller and differently styled than usual, adding a level of uniqueness that collectors love. In addition to the small date variety, the elusive doubled die error can also be found on some 1970 pennies. The small date variety and double die errors are among the rarest and most sought-after features on a 1970 penny. For the small date variety, if you look closely, you might notice a subtle difference in the size and shape of the date. This small distinction has made it a must-have for collectors. The double die error, on the other hand, is an exciting rarity that occurs when the die strikes the coin more than once, creating a subtle but noticeable doubling effect on areas like Liberty or the date 1970. Coins with these errors are unique, capturing a moment in the minting process that turns them into one-of-a-kind pieces. And now, the big reveal: just how valuable can a 1970 penny be? If you have a 1971-cent coin in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with the small date variety or double die error, it could be worth an astonishing amount. That's right, your 1970 penny could be worth up to $59,000. Imagine that, a single penny worth $59,000. It's incredible to think that something so small could hold such immense value. So, if you come across a 1970 penny, take a closer look, you might be holding a hidden fortune. Top 8. We're diving into a coin that's familiar yet full of surprises, the 1972 United States 1-cent coin. This penny may look ordinary, but it could be worth a small fortune. Stick with us to the end, and you'll find out just how valuable a 1972 penny can be in today's market. I promise the number will leave you speechless. Let's set the scene with a look back at 1972. It was a dynamic time in America, with advances in technology, popular culture, and changes in society. The U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of coins to meet demand, including the famous Lincoln penny. While most 1972 pennies are still around today, some have unique features that make them highly valuable for collectors. What makes this coin particularly special are the minting errors and variations that occurred, turning an everyday penny into a collectible worth so much more. The design of the 1972 penny is one of the most iconic in American coinage. On the obverse, or front, is the well-known profile of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of strength, freedom, and unity. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this portrait has remained on the penny for over a century, a tribute to one of the most beloved American presidents. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which was added in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's legacy. If you look closely, you can even spot a tiny version of Lincoln's statue inside the memorial, adding a level of detail that many people don't notice. But beyond the classic design, certain 1972 pennies have rare features that truly set them apart. Why do collectors seek out the 1972 penny so eagerly? While millions were produced, only a few have the specific characteristics collectors love. One of the most famous and sought-after variations is the double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled, adding a layer of rarity to the coin. Finding a 1972 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition is challenging. Most pennies from this year show wear and tear from circulation. A well-preserved 1972 penny with a double die error is considered a rare gem and can be worth far more than its face value. Let's talk about that famous double die error. This error occurs when the die that stamps the coin shifts slightly, creating a doubled effect, especially noticeable on areas like Liberty or the date 1972. This doubling gives the coin a unique look and turns it into a one-of-a-kind collectible that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. If you're lucky enough to find a 1972 penny with this double die error, you could be holding a valuable piece of minting history. Coins like these capture a rare moment in the minting process, making each one truly unique. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for: just how much can a 1972 penny be worth? If you have a 1972 1-cent coin in uncirculated condition, especially one with the rare double die error, it could be worth an astounding amount. That's right, your 1972 penny could be worth up to $56,000. Imagine that, a single penny valued at $56,000. It's amazing to think that a small coin could hold such tremendous value. So, if you happen to come across a 1972 penny, take a closer look. You might be holding a fortune in your hand. Top 9. We're going to talk about something that might just surprise you: the 1980 United States 1-cent coin. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, but trust me, this little coin could be worth a lot more than you think. Stick around to the end, because I'm going to reveal just how much a 1980 penny can fetch on the market, and trust me, the amount will leave you shocked. Let's take a quick trip back to 1980. It was a year of change in America, with economic challenges and cultural shifts taking place. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was cranking out coins to meet the demands of a busy economy, including the iconic Lincoln 1-cent coin. Millions of 1980 pennies were produced, and many of them have survived the decades in circulation. But what makes the 1980 penny stand out is that certain versions of this coin have become rare and incredibly valuable. The design of the 1980 penny is one you're likely familiar with. On the front, obverse, is the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This image of Lincoln has been gracing the penny since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Lincoln's face symbolizes freedom, unity, and the spirit of the American people. On the back, reverse, of the 1980 penny, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, designed in 1959. This memorial is a powerful symbol of Lincoln's enduring legacy and serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made for the nation's freedom. But beyond these well-known features, it's the unique characteristics and errors that can make the 1980 penny extremely valuable to collectors. So, what makes the 1980 penny so special? While most of these coins are still in circulation, a few rare versions stand out. One of the most sought-after types is the double die error. This occurs when the die that stamps the coin is misaligned, causing certain parts of the design, such as the date or the word liberty, to appear doubled. This subtle but noticeable error makes the coin highly collectible and increases its value. Another reason why the 1980 penny is so desirable is because of the overall rarity of well-preserved coins. Most pennies that have been in circulation for decades show signs of wear and tear. If you happen to come across a 1980 penny in excellent, uncirculated condition, you're looking at a potentially valuable coin. Now, let's dive into the minting errors that make some 1980 pennies stand out. The most famous of these errors is the double die, but there are also other subtle inconsistencies that can make a 1980 penny special. These errors can occur during the minting process, and they result in unique characteristics that make the coin a one-of-a-kind collectible. Collecting coins with minting errors is a passion for many, as these errors make the coin feel like a small piece of history. So, if you have a 1980 penny with any unusual features or doubling, you may be sitting on a valuable find. Now, here's the exciting part: just how much could a 1980 penny be worth? If you have one in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth a jaw-dropping amount. That's right, your 1980 penny could be worth up to $46,000. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth $46,000. So, if you have any 1980 pennies lying around, take a closer look. You might just be holding a rare treasure worth thousands of dollars. Top 10 and last rare coin for you. We're uncovering a hidden gem that you may have missed, the 1985 United States 1-cent coin. This penny may seem ordinary, but trust me, it could be worth a small fortune. Stay tuned until the end, and I'll reveal just how much your 1985 penny might be worth today. You won't want to miss this. Let's take a step back in time to 1985. It was a year full of pop culture, political changes, and economic growth in the United States. The U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of 1-cent coins to meet the demand. But what makes the 1985 penny stand out is its potential for rare variations and minting errors that could make it incredibly valuable to collectors. The design of the 1985 penny is one we all recognize. On the front, or obverse, you'll find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. This image of Lincoln has remained unchanged for over a century and represents freedom, unity, and the enduring spirit of the American people. On the back of the coin, the reverse, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's legacy. This design is rich in detail, featuring the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. But beyond the familiar designs, certain 1985 pennies have unique features that can make them worth far more than their face value. While most 1985 pennies are still circulating, some have special qualities that make them highly sought after by collectors. One of the most exciting reasons collectors are interested in the 1985 penny is the potential for minting errors. A subtle but fascinating minting error that collectors look for is the double die variety. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, causing the design to appear doubled in certain areas like the date or liberty. Another factor that adds value to the 1985 penny is the overall condition. Most coins from this era have been in circulation for decades, which means they show signs of wear. However, if you find a 1985 penny in excellent, uncirculated condition, you could have something truly valuable on your hands. The most sought-after 1985 pennies are those that have rare minting errors like the double die. This small but noticeable flaw makes the coin a unique piece of history. If you can find a 1985 penny with this error or another subtle inconsistency in the design, you're holding a coin that many collectors would love to add to their collection. Now, here's the exciting part: just how much could a 1985 penny be worth? If you have one in uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, it could be worth a surprising amount. That's right, your 1985 penny could be worth up to $38,000. Imagine that, a single penny worth $38,000. So, if you have any 1985 pennies in your collection, or if you come across one, be sure to take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new discovery. Thanks for watching World Coins History, and happy collecting.